Hello guys, and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series. This is race number 16 here today from the Piggz Creek Super Speedway, our first round in Canada here this season. Starting on the pole will be Chris Smith in that 42, and starting to his outside will be Casey Nanako in that number 38. One of the go homers in the field. Keep in mind this is a restrictor plate. We have 15 laps and there will be overtime in this race if need be. So a lot at stake, obviously, because next race we head to Road America. So we got a little bit of a tricky part of the schedule coming up. We've got this super speedway, we got a restrictor plate, we got a double points race on a 2.5 mile brick shaped oval, then we got a double header at Pocono. So I want to say this is a little bit of a tricky part of the schedule here, so these guys know that, and this is sort of a wild card race. So in a sense this gives anybody really a chance at victory, and we already have 14 different winners this season. We'll see if we can make it 15 in 16 races, but so far Chris Smith on the pole. That's a good start for the guys who've already won this season. We'll see what happens. This is the Jello Cup Series. This is the Smithfield 500 here at Piggz Creek. Let's roll the intro. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Through turn 4. Just 24. It's going to be a drag race to the line. We're going down the front stretch. The 96 wins the race at Kona.
Here we go, we're getting ready to get going here. Again, this is our first race in Canada this season. So I'm sure these guys pretty anxious to get going here. Our next race in Canada will be on a road course. It'll be at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And that'll be part of a back-to-back road course race special there with Sonoma, as the pace car peels off. It'll be Chris Smith in the 42, Casey Nanako in the 38, they'll lead us to the green flag. We are underway from Piggz Creek. You're already seeing some 3 wide and 4 wide action back there. Tim Randolph goes to the lead in the 43. Let's look at that 4 or 5 wide back there. They're giving each other a little bit of space. That's good. But 4x4 down the back stretch here. Here goes the 42 of Chris Smith once again. You see the 2 there getting a good push. Again, after this we have the rear restrictor plates left. Daytona, Talladega, and Zen Joltis. Oh man, they're door to door back here. Gene Sanford and all these guys, and there they go. Huge wreck. Caution is out. Patrick Smith involved. Carter Joey, Dick Clark, Tim Horton, Stacy Stickler, and others. Rusty Potts. Already we're off to a rough start. But look at that. Worst to first on the first lap for Charles Sanford. He started dead last. He moves up to first. He's your leader as the caution flag flies. Let's go see what happened. See there, they're just door to door racing for that lead. Or not for the lead, but there for the position. You see Rusty Potts goes up the track. You see the 32 got hooked. And just look at this, just nowhere to go for Hillary Sanchez. She goes sailing up the track. Just a tough break all around for all these guys. They're all going to suffer some form of damage back here. We'll take you back to the green. Here we go. I believe we are getting ready for the restart here. Joshua Scully and the 10 of Mina Monroe, they are out of the race. That's tough break for Mina Monroe, carrying the sponsor of this race. But it'll be Charles Sanford, Usman Hamid, Dylan Young, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, Austin Shaw. That's your top 5. Then it'll be Samet Ozkan, Diego Yepes, Nathan Thaden, Rihanna G, and Chris Smith. That is your top 10. As green flag will wave, we're back underway here at Piggz Creek. Let's see if we can keep it clean this time. Looks like the 96 did not quite get going. Here goes Diego Yepes. Keep in mind, I believe he's a former winner here at Piggz Creek. So for Diego Yepes, he might be the guy to watch. Here comes Mohammed Zain Abdullah to the inside. And after this, we have Road America Indianapolis and then a double header at Pocono for races 19 and 20. Here we go, Mohammed Zain Abdullah with the slight advantage right now in that middle lane. Keep an eye on this, see who comes to help the 77. Oh, they're door to door right now behind them, the 65 and the 3. And 3 is going to give a nice push to Mohammed Zain Abdullah. And that'll allow him, I believe, to get the race lead here, and he will. Here comes Zach Fitzwater. He was involved in the first crash, got a little bit of damage. It's nice to see him running up front now, despite getting somewhat involved in that wreck. Here comes Dan Hummel. We'll see what they can do. Austin Shaw and the 42 of Chris Smith, they are door to door now. This could cause a wreck. I believe they will both give each other a little bit more room now. Here comes the 4, here comes the 43 of Tim Randolph once again. And the good news for Mohammed Zain Abdullah, he can just block all 4 lanes of the racetrack. Here comes the 13 of Steve Morgan. But Zach Fitzwater's got second for the time being. He's now going to set his sights on the race lead. With 10 laps to go here at Piggz Creek. Two drivers here looking for their first career win. Of course, there's still a lot of racing left. It's a 4-mile track, 10 laps to go. Still a lot of cars left in this race. Of course, up ahead, again, as always at restrictor plates, we seem to have some lap traffic that these guys are going to have to work through. We got a little ways to go before they catch the 41 of Stacy Stickler. Here comes Mitchell Collins now. No one's really been able to mount a challenge for Muhammad Zain Abdullah. And you see the 4 go high. Trying to block the 20, just about put Dylan Ibrahimian in the wall. He wanted to prevent that 20 so bad from passing him. Here we go. It looks like the 5 is going to clear for that 3rd position. Now he'll go to the high side, try to make something happen. It won't work, I don't think. Here comes Dylan Young. He has been a little bit on a tear recently, just no wins to show for it. We'll see if Dylan Young can finally break through here. He'll get 2nd, it looks like. Could he get the race lead? Down the backstretch, bumper to bumper, Dylan Young's got help. I don't know, I don't think that's gonna work for him. He doesn't have help anymore. And Muhammad Zain Abdullah will lead another lap, and he is doing everything he can to block that too. He's like, come on man, we're Fords, help me out. 15 Nottingham Scott's in the picture as well. We haven't talked much about the 15. Here they go. The 41 is in the way. Most of the leaders will make it through. I warned you guys this is going to happen. Oh, Zach Fitzwater's one of the guys held up right now. And with such a big track, but looking at how these guys were running 4 or 5 wide there, you really couldn't avoid it, essentially. So you can't exactly blame Stacy Stickler. What lane was she supposed to take in that situation? These guys should have done their best to get double, single file and find a way around them. Here goes Nottingham Scott for 2nd. But he has no drafting help, so it's not going to help his case. And yeah, he'll fall back in line once again. You can only imagine how bad Dylan Young wants this win. He has been hanging tough in 2nd. Here comes some help finally from Max Anderson, supposedly, if he can get around these guys. He doesn't have any help, so that's not going to help him. But for Dylan Young, it must seem like an eternity since his last victory. He wants career win number 3. Here goes Nottingham Scott. And the Chevrolets are going to try to make something happen. Oh man. Diego Yepes won't even help his teammate. Man, oh man, they still can't overtake this 17. This is wild. as we come to, I believe, 5 laps to go. No, 6 to go. This is wild. No one can overtake that 17 right now. Now here comes Dylan Young's teammate Mitchell Collins. You see the 2 premium Inspire cars in that middle lane, or that high lane rather. But you're seeing a lot of manufacturer alliances here. The 2 Fords up front, you got the 2 Chevys behind, you got another 2 Chevys bumper to bumper behind, you got some more Chevys trying to line up. But you're really seeing some manufacturer and sort of teammate alliances there. Here comes Diego Yepes. He knows he's got to run. He doesn't want to help Dylan Young out. And they're essentially going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Diego Yepes has some help behind him. So does the 2 now, with help from the 88. And they're finally going to mount a run to overtake that 17. Maybe. I don't think so this time, but now they've actually got some help. At the line, Dan Hummel overtakes him. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought no one would overtake the 17, they do so. Dan Hummel, now the race leader, but he's got pressure up top from the 77, and now he'll clear the 77. Here comes his teammate Austin Shaw. 33rd in the points. This is the kind of run he needs. But obviously he wants more. Dick Clark's back here looking for win number 2 of the season. Mitchell Collins wouldn't mind getting win number 2. Same for Nathan Faden. You're going to have some guys back here who aren't going to be too gracious as we come to 4 laps to go. Dylan Young to the inside. Does he have help? The whole reason these guys were able to overtake that 17 was all the help they got. If they don't get some help now, they're not going to overtake this 25 with 4 laps to go. Now the Fords line it up. Not anymore. Mohammed Zain Abdullah says, I have the strongest car in the field. Give me the lead. Here we go. Max Anderson, he's not going to help the 2 car out of Dylan Young, and instead they're going to try to push Mohammed Zain Abdullah back to the lead. Don't rule out a late race caution. If we get one coming to 3 to go, we are guaranteed to have a NASCAR overtime finish. As Mohammed Zain Abdullah goes back to the race lead. But this time, he's got a slew of guys behind him. Here we go, the 2 Western New York Autosport cars. They're going to go to the inside. Here's the 41 again. Oh, man. Austin Shaw used the 41 as a pick there. It allows him to break away. And that put Diego Yepes in a bit of a compromising position. Up ahead, there's some more imminent danger. Again, keep in mind, if we get a caution, we do get overtime. You can almost bet a lot of these leaders are hoping and praying right now, please give us some overtime. Otherwise it's a 2-man race at the front. But look behind. There's a pack. but they're not carrying as much speed as the two leaders right now. And we got more lapped cars ahead. But again, look at how much speed these two are carrying. 2 laps to go. We're still green. Keep in mind, Austin Shaw already used a car as a pick earlier in the race. Don't be shocked if he does that again. And these guys will stay outside so the leaders can pass. Wow, that might be the first time we've gotten through lap traffic so clean. I don't think these guys back here will get so fortunate. No, they might. Wow, alright. But up front, it's a 2-man race coming to the white flag. I just don't think these guys have enough time. White flag, 1 lap to go. And we will not have overtime. Oh boy, they're side by side back here. This does not help anyone's case. And they need to be lining things up. Austin Shaw, he has no help behind. That doesn't help his case. And he's got to be saying, you've got to be kidding me, guys. Because if those guys behind could just get lined up and they could have made a run, it could have allowed Austin Shaw to kind of get a run here at the 17. He might do it. I just don't know if he has the time. See these guys behind, they're just not going to get there. Out of turn 4, Mohammed Zain Abdullah. He's come close earlier in the year. He's kind of not been up front. He hasn't been much of a factor this season until now. He wins his first career race at Piggz Creek. Congratulations to the 17. He gets his first career win. The 17 is no stranger to victory lane on these restrictor plate races. So it's good to see them finally get the job done. And Mohammed Zain Abdullah did win a race at Talladega, should I add, in the 43 for Petty Enterprises over on the Carvana wildcard circuit. So for him to win at this racetrack, not very surprising, but a job well done for him. Austin Shaw, he just needed some help from behind. Those guys could not get single file, and it ultimately hurt the 48, but a second place finish, nothing to be upset about. This is the kind of run this team needs. They need to keep doing this week in and week out, or race in and race out, I should say. If they could just do that more consistently, they could easily make it closer to the playoffs. But in the meantime, though, we've had 15 different winners in 16 races. Now here is where playoff points become oh so valuable. Mohammed Zain Abdullah gets 6 of them today. As now the race to the playoffs begins at Road America next race. The final 10 races are coming to you soon, not to mention an all-star race. So we can't wait to bring it all to you here on GCN as we get closer. Oh, we had a little bit of a spinner. It looks like Dylan Ibrahimian there. But we get closer to the end of the season, guys. We want to thank you for watching. Here come your results and standings. We will see you for race number 17 at Road America. Goodbye, everyone.